Hey, couples, I want to warn you. I want to tell you what could happen when you wait too late to express your feelings in a relationship or a marriage. And I know sometimes you're thinking, I don't want to rock the boat. Things are going well. Let me see if it's going to change. Let me see if I can just make these adjustments without saying anything to my partner. I'm going to tell you a story about a couple who did that to their own demise so that you don't have to suffer the same fate. Hey, my name is Dr. Alduan Tartt, psychologist and minister, giving you the very best when it comes to relationship and marital advice, and then giving you the tools and resources you need to help your relationships and your marriages stand the test of time. So we had a couple come in, and the couple had been, pretty much one of those relationship gold couples. Everyone wanted to be them. The problem was the wife in the relationship was very unhappy and had not expressed this to her husband. So one day the husband just kind of looked and just perceived his wife was just not acting the same. Men, have you been there? You could tell she's not laughing at your jokes. She's not wanting to be intimate. If you are intimate, you can tell she's not into it. It just seems like she's elsewhere. So he got concerned and decided to book a session. And what happened was, in the session, he kind of just asked her, babe, what's wrong? And then she turned to him and said, you know what? What's wrong? What's wrong is the fact that we have not been connected as a couple in 5 years. I feel like I've been supporting your career. You've been moving from city to city, and I've been following along and supporting your dreams, and I feel like I'm losing myself in the relationship. And what I want to do, I'm thankful that you brought me to counseling, but for me, it's too little too late. Since our last kid is going off to college, in the spring, I would like for us to go our separate ways so that I can live too. Now, this did not end well because the husband was blindsided. Now, he knew there was a problem, but this was the first time his wife was really expressing to this degree how unhappy she was. And when we explored further, I said, why didn't you tell your husband this earlier? And she said she tried. But you know what? In reality, she did say, I'm not happy, or this is all about you, but she never really expressed to her husband how she felt. She didn't sit down and say, babe, you know what? I'm tired of moving to different cities. I'm tired of this being about your career and my career being second fiddle. I'm tired of just being a mother and a wife. I want to do my own thing. All right, by the time she expressed her feelings, she had already moved into self-preservation mode, and she had already started making adjustments and accommodations to living on her own and separating. And unfortunately, the couple did separate. We didn't even have a chance in counseling to really work through their issues. Here's why. She waited too late to have what's called necessary conflict. Necessary conflict is when you feel something. I don't care if it's that day, that hour, that minute, to express to your husband or your wife, your partner, how you feel. When you're able to express conflict, your partner's able to adjust. There are a lot of relationships where there's a pleaser and then there's someone that is just benefiting from being pleased, kind of oblivious and unaware that their partner is not being pleased. It is your job to express your feelings and your needs in relationships so that you can have necessary conflict. Like, for instance, my wife recently sat me down. She said, babe, raising our 2-year-old is beginning to be a little too much. I feel like you're a little bit too much of the secondary parent. Matter of fact, I think that you're the third parent because you allow our oldest daughter to spend more time with little Trinity than you do, and I need you to start stepping up because I am getting worn down. Now, at first I was resistant. I was like, I'm already doing more at work. What more do you want me to do? But when I sat down and we had necessary conflict, when my wife showed up, I showed up, we were able to re-engineer our marriage so that she can get what she needed and I can get what I needed, and we were able to converse. Now, what would have happened had she told me that later? We might have been in the same situation as the couple I told you about, all right? So when it comes to your relationship, make sure you are open and willing to engage in necessary conflict. It is going to help your marriage. I know you don't want to rock the boat. I know sometimes you've just been used to being helpful. You've been used to getting the crumbs in every relationship. You don't feel you deserve to be happy, but that is not going to serve you well, because one day you're going to wake up like the wife in this story and you're going to decide, I deserve to have a life too, and you're going to devastate your partner because he or she could have made an adjustment early on in the marriage before you start developing these negative habits of making sure that only one person was getting their needs met. Okay, so I hope this helps. So right now, I want you to turn to your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and say, baby, we need to talk. We need to talk about how you can get your needs met and how I can get my needs met so that we can both be happy and we can adjust to one another. Okay? So I hope this was helpful. My name is Dr. Tartt. If you want more tips and tools, join my email list. Just text Tartt to 22828. Text Tartt to 22828 and make sure you sign up for my free marriage trainings. I want to make sure that your marriages and your relationships stand the test of time. Take care. God bless.